Hey everyone, hope everyone's doing really good, and just really thank you all again for all the amazing support. I can't do it without you guys, and mind-blowing how much the support's been, so seriously thank you all. And today we are going to fight a Titan 60-meter class. Let's do this. I'm very excited about this, a special collaboration video with he's like my friend on here, MulaDraws. And he's going to take this and color it. I'm going to have the links somewhere here in the description where you can see his version. So I'm very excited. I love doing collaborations. And this is the biggest challenge yet. You get it? You get my joke I made? And again, it's so big I need someone else to fight this Titan with me. So me and him are going to bring this beast down. Let's do this. So I'm going to start here and we'll get into it. Thanks everyone. So drawing this, honestly, you know, it really is a perfect example of how you basically need to know proportions at the same time while I use a reference. And you know, it's the perfect example is because when you draw it, you've got to be familiar with facial proportions. And that's kind of what I've been teaching for a while is with anything you draw, you have to know kind of a basic idea of, you know, features of anatomy. Excuse me, my throat. And so, like, this is no difference. You want to draw a face, but you're making it your own style, this epic monster. But you always got to keep that in mind. You don't want to break away. And the point is, though, you can stylize. You know, different people have different styles. You can exaggerate proportions. But this will be a good lesson. And so he's got like a 3/4 view, and I'm going to start right here. And like I said, there's so many ways. You can start with a circle. All I'm going to do is kind of do an outline, actually. I feel more comfortable when I'm drawing, because this face is massive. It's huge. We're just focusing on the face. He's a Titan. And this anime looks mind-blowingly good. Everyone's told me about it. I've seen previews. And just really scary, man. But see, all I'm doing is shape, and I'm going several lines. I'm making it kind of, I'm going to make it look kind of this dirty feel. But see here, the ear, there's so many ways, but I like to just make a real basic shape. And the eyes, if you notice, the eyes are a little bit higher. Normally they're center posed, but because it's kind of like the camera's looking below it, so always keep that in mind. When you're drawing, always think of where is the camera looking at, you know, in that idea. And it's looking below him, so that center line is actually going to be pushed up a little more. And I could do a lesson on perspective, but just kind of keep that in mind. But all I'm doing is just a real, very basic outline. This is how I usually like to draw my for heads and things. And see, the ear would fit about right in there. And all I'm doing is very, very basic. You got the mandible, the mark where the eye kind of comes in. And to be honest, right now, I'm not looking at the photo at all. I'm maybe looked at it like 3 times, like 2 seconds each. And the only reason I'm looking at it is just to kind of get a feel of how big the jaw is. But see, I'm just keeping it very loose right now, and like I said, just kind of keeping it my own style here. I'm not. That's what I keep stressing. I don't want you all to get. I really don't want you all to get in a habit of where you're like copying things, because it's good practice, you know. Like say because then you start to learn. Well, this is how this shape looks. But at the same time, when you're just strictly copying things, you kind of lose your confidence. And this is just my opinion. But when you're always looking at a reference and you're exactly copying, you lose your confidence to try different things at times. And so that's kind of why I kind of teach a mixture of both. To just always keep that in mind. But see there, we got a basic shape. When extra is showing up. I'm real excited about this. I'm real excited. Then what you could do, you know, just make a mark down the middle, very light. Try to make it even lighter, but so it shows up. See? And the reason is because the bridge of the nose is going to be about right here. And honestly, I'm still just barely looking at the photo of it. I'm paying more attention to my own drawing because I'm very familiar with facial structures, and that's why I can't stress enough. You have to, you know, before you really start to improve in things, you really have to get familiar And in my opinion, there's not really a set anatomy book that's going to teach you, because what I've discovered, what's been mind-blowing, and that's what I've been improving the most here lately, is that it's just been me learning by watching other people's videos on here, and reading certain books, and just trying different things, and just mainly observing different artworks. But see how this eye kind of just comes out, and to make the line, see where the ear is, you can actually make a line that comes from like this point to the ear, and see how it kind of is the top there. I might even push that up a little more. Yeah, I'll push that up just a tad bit more. There's no big deal. But basically, before you really darken anything, yeah, I'm gonna see where the ear is though. That's very important, being that it is higher up. I'll just a little, barely move it up, like nothing. But what I was saying is, the reason I've been loving drawing so much more here lately is because something has just kind of clicked with me, where it's like I'm able to draw things I never really could before, and that's, like I said, that's why I've been loving it more, and that's what I hope all of you guys and everyone reach. I hope you all reach a point where you honestly reach a point where it's like you feel confident, and because what. Let me rephrase this, I'm sorry. You'll get to a point where it's like you feel so much better at drawing, because you'll just feel like you've improved, and that'll make you want to keep drawing. Because about a year ago I got very down, and I was just like really down because I felt like I wasn't improving, and now I'm at a point where it's like, yes, I feel good again, and so that's just really motivational, and you know, I'm getting back into it. Well, let's get back to drawing. I'm sorry guys, I just really get kind of excited. But see, then all I'm going to do is basic measurements. The nose comes about right there, and honestly it's about 1/3, 1/3. From 1/3, 1/3, and the face is broken down like that. And so I'm just going to make a mark here, and then the lips, make another mark. Right here, see where this is? This is where all the teeth are going to wrap around, right in that area. Like I said, I'm still keeping it my own style. I'm making certain features smaller, certain things exaggerated more. Then like the lips would be right around here. And just try and experiment. While you're drawing this, just really try and experiment with what I'm doing, where it's just, I'm not worried about the final form. But say, it kind of lip, kind of like that. So I'll raise it up just a little bit more. Put the teeth line a little higher. That's why it's always good to start light. Let's see how it kind of comes in. Kind of like that. You got that shape. And then basically, you know, the ear, I'll work on the ear and just jump around the ear shape. And before you really do the rest of the muscles and things, just make sure you got these real simple, well not simple, but the basic forms down, like here. There's shadow under the nose. So that's why I kind of made that mark. And like we've been studying, get very used to drawing value. You will be blown away. Like that. And the nose arches out. So it comes here and it kind of has this real arch to it. Very menacing look. And see how it comes down? And really, to make this look, to be honest, so I capture a likeness that this does look like a Titan. All I'm doing now, you know, I used my own kind of guide. I went at it. What I'm going to do now is really basically put in those forms that make it this character. That's what I've been doing with a lot of drawings lately. And what I mean by that is I'm going to put in the features like the skin, the flesh. And that's what makes it the character. And that's, you know, what I've been stressing. But see this shape here? And the fun comes from seeing it form and stuff. And see like this here. Notice how this is a little lower. And I'm honestly not worried about it anymore. I mean, what I mean by that is I'm just putting on what I had and just having a fun time. But see this, and you have that flesh that comes in. I absolutely want to watch this anime so bad by seeing these clips and things. But see this? You got a little arch there, you know, the lips, and there's lots of little marks. I'm going to go back. But really you want to make sure you exaggerate the teeth, because that is just terrifying. So keep that in mind. See, like this. And see over here the chin is. And you got some teeth showing on the side here, which will do. And we're going to clean it up a lot more. You can even make the jaw a little bigger. I'm keeping it not as big. Let's see what's going on. You kind of got this face forming now. And then like here, this mark. And all I'm doing is put it in the basic kind of shapes. I'm going to put the ear back. I'm going to widen this up so it kind of shows more of the... Kind of going to make it a little wider just so it shows more of the teeth. And that's the fun part about drawing too. You kind of always keep in mind that it's like you're working on a sculpture. And now see the difference here? By doing that, this opens this space up. Now I have a nice space where it's like all the flesh you could see. Well, that's something too. Never finalize anything. There's still always room to change stuff. See what I'm doing? Like that. And then like right here, there's another patch of the bare skin. And just kind of curves up. And see, we got the basic kind of forms, and then there's one on the back. And now we're going to really, I always say flesh it out, which in this case really is true. We're going to flesh this figure out. I'm going to worry about the neck. You know, like I say a million bajillion times, it's every time you do this, it really is your own style. And that's what I always want to keep in mind. I know I say it so much because I can't stress it enough, because that's one of the things I learned as an artist, is I wasn't keeping things in my style enough. I was just imitating. And so I want, like I keep saying, I want you to get used to like this Titan I'm drawing. It's going to look like the 60-meter class, but at the same time it's going to have some different variants, features. It's going to be my own little interpretation in a way. That's kind of what I'm getting at. But see, all I'm doing now is cleaning it up by taking rid of the guidelines and things. And you can see a difference already. And we're going to add value in the finishing touches, and you'll really be blown away at the difference. See, just by taking away your lines that you don't need anymore, it really opens the space up. Lower this lip line so it has more of the teeth showing. See what I did just to make more teeth kind of show? You can kind of see now a lot better. But basically I followed a basic anatomy. Now this is the fun part going in. Let's start with kind of the shadow or the outlines. So right here, the feature, and that's just part of a skull. You have a little bump. And I'm just coming in like we always do, these nice lines. I'm going to jump around because I don't want to focus. But see, you can put a line there, and this is my own interpretation of the nose. I'm following the nose, but see, play around with line weight and see how I'm just all in here. It's going to be dark, pure black darkness, like that. And you can see the eye, and the eye's kind of like looking. I'm going to make it just very subtle. It's more scary when you have just a very small, just very small pupils are terrifying. And see what I'm doing? And I'm going to put an X there because all that's going to be blackened in. But see how just by following, and this is what I want you to really get in the habit of doing, is by, you make these little guidelines and things, and now you can follow it, and you'll be blown away at how much better your drawing looks. And that's just personally how I've been drawing. But see the shadow under here, making a line, and that'll probably be blackened in. But very important, you put the nostril. You want to add that, and I'm going to clear that up just a little. See how I did, so now the nostril appears better. And basically I'm going back, I'm checking, and then work on the other eye, because you don't want to off balance anything where one eye looks bad. But see how it just kind of arches. And don't make it a perfect line, you kind of have these different angles. That's something too you want to get in the habit of drawing. You don't want to, with certain characters, you don't want to just keep making, like see how right there I kind of stopped and now I'm varying the angle. Get in the habit with certain characters of doing that. That'll kind of help. And this eye sits about there, and same thing, you just barely see the pupil, which is so freaking creepy. And a little dot. Oh my god, oh my gosh, this is freaky. Like here, there. Then we're just following more of the facial features. And this really is a sick beast of disgust. It makes you want to grow up. So like that. And for here, under the nose, you got that little mark. And if you notice, I'm making the lip a little smaller, just because I want to exaggerate the portion of the teeth more. But see how this comes in? It's got like a layer of skin. You'll add value to that. See how it's got like a little lip thing? And I'm going to push this down again because I really want to exaggerate the teeth. See the difference now? Kind of like that, and then this is that flesh skin on top. And you're actually going to see some of the teeth here. I don't know what's going on here. I keep making it too wide. There we go. Kind of like that. So the teeth, make a mark here. Bring it around. There's a piece of skin right in this area that cover that. Like that. And just make this skin looks like it's pulling. We're going to add lines and things. But you know, you want to add little lines like that just to make it look like it is pulling and stretching. Little contour lines will help you. Then really, I'll make a line here, and for each one, I'm going to use my mechanical, so it's a little skinnier. And they just kind of tilt. Let's start like one here. Let me use the 0.5. It's very important you get these really good looking. So they kind of curve. Notice where they meet. It's like a perfect little line, but notice where they're curving, kind of like that. And then you just want to keep continuing it, and for the whole row. But notice you don't want to make a whole complete line. You want to separate it too. And just honestly, for each one, do a different variation. Notice though, as they get more towards this side, they're going to get thinner because you know the face is turning. Oh yes! Oh yes! I love this part, man. It is looking freaky, baby. This is always my favorite little part. See how much time you take too when doing these drawings? I mean, this is serious stuff. How long it can take. And then right here you'll have some more of the teeth showing, especially on the outside. Oh my gosh, what a sick monster! These are the things nightmares are made of. Really, I'm just taking our time. Try to make them different. You don't want them to look all the same, because making them all the same, it just, in my opinion, when you make them different, it looks so much scarier. Oh my gosh! So, this flap of skin comes down, wraps around there. And all these lines I'm making very big. I'm making all these lines kind of exaggerated, because I just want to show the depth, the sheer size of this creature through the lines. See, like here. But like I said, once again, it's if you look at the actual photo, you know, it looks entirely different. I mean, shapes are different. There's a lot of little different sizes and features. But like I said, again, you know, it's just my own little take, and there's nothing wrong with that, as long as your drawing looks good at the final. But see the ear, I like drawing ears. It just got this nice flow. See all these little lines, how I'm making them nice and thick, kind of the outer lines. And really mess around with line work. You want to get very good at doing lines. And we got the teeth coming up here. There's a lot more here. But see that basic line we made? You just want to continue that line. And really make some bigger, make some a little sharper angle. You know, just you want to keep forming them. Like that, and then one more. Good Lord, this looks creepy. Once we add the shadows and things, it'll make it look better. But then like here, this shape, and then all we're doing is going over the basic shapes. And don't worry if it looks messy, the lines. You want it to look like that in this, because it's like a monster, so you want it to represent this kind of fear and stuff. See there? And then I'm just going to finish drawing the skull. Where it just comes out. But see how nice these lines are? The outer lines mainly. Gosh, what a sick beast, man! Like that. And the neck. And it just comes all the way down. Huge thick lines. That's why I love using this B pencil, because you can just get, see how skinny some of the lines you get with it? You also get these massive nice lines. Now, I think this is a sterna. What the hell is this called? Stratum muscular. I forget the name, but it's that muscle that can't come down. I'm gonna do that on my own time. What I want to finish up on, though, honestly, is the values and different textures. But see, one more line here that comes down. See how it comes up. Kind of like that. Then back here you have these little lines. And it's going to look amazing. I cannot wait to see him color it, because very curious how he's going to do the lines and things, and the reds and flesh tones. You see you got another red here. And the ear, finish up the ear. Ears usually, if you notice something about ears, many different artists will draw them different ways, I've noticed. So it really doesn't seem one correct way, like as long as you can interpret it's an ear. Like if you look at some comic book art, you'll kind of see what I mean and stuff. I'm just kind of following the pattern. So really, let's add some values and finish this baby. But all these, just a general line, it's like that, but they kind of get feathered off because it's the flesh that's wrapping. So look, something like that. I'm going to go mechanical, kind of like these little U shapes. And Oh my gosh, this is awesome. Come in one more. Clean up those lines. Let's add the black in here. It's really exaggerated. Once you add the black in, it'll change everything. That's something I can't stress enough too. Sometimes you know the expression, like beating a dead horse or something like that. You know that expression where it's like you're working too much on something where you really should just stop. And you'll be, oh my gosh, see what that, oh, damn! See what that one little thing? But what I was saying is, sometimes you want to finish an area because it will change the whole picture. And just by putting that black in there, it completely freaking changes the dynamic of the drawing. And rather than jumping around and kind of messing other things up, try and do that. Work on an area like with a lot of value, and you will be blown away how it just kind of encloses your drawing and just kind of starts to make it come more alive. It's crazy, man. So that's another helpful little tip there. Do you see how I'm just going in there? And the eye, honestly the eye gets cast in the shadow, so you can actually cut it off about there with shadow, which really makes it freaky. And I'm going to do the pupil, but oh my gosh, see the difference that made? Oh, holy crap. I'm just going to come in and shade the red areas, anything that's red, just so I can do it. You know, he's going to color it, so he'll add his own take, but just for the pencil sketch, it'll help me see any area that's got that reddish, and just by doing this, they'll kind of close it in more. And on this side too, really makes a big difference. Always mess around with values. You always want to play around with values. See there? Like here. I'm going to go back and really shade it a lot more, but like that. And even in here, it'll be darker. Make this a little darker so you can show it's overlapping. But oh my gosh, see the freaking difference this makes? Just by doing that? It completely changed it. And then there's like a shadow on the head. So you could draw like little shadow shapes. Shadow on the bridge of the nose. Let's see, like right there, there's a shadow. There's a lot of little different cast shadows and things. I'm not gonna focus too much on that right in the video. But as long as you get the basic things, and then this is red too. And of course, I'm gonna come in and do all that. And this. And under here, the neck has this little thing, and I don't know what it's called, but kind of pokes out a bit. And don't worry about the muscles on the bottom. Oh my gosh! Yes! This looks insane! Oh crap, I slid it. This looks freaking sick, man. Damn, this looks sick. And see how these the muscles, just follow those lines. Don't worry about that, because, you know, we're really just focusing on the head. For this monstrosity. But definitely like under here, you got these same muscles going on. They almost look like tree roots coming in. But this one you want to exaggerate because that's a big muscle. And that's white as well. I'm not going to shade it in because it'll take too long. But just so you know, X is there, X there. All those are X's because they're the same value red. That's what I usually do to keep in mind. But this is the white color of the skin. Just, you know, making a bunch of little marks, nothing like fancy. That's enough there. Basically, honestly, that's about it. Just to show you how I'm going to do some finishing touches that you all can work on. Don't forget to erase these little marks. Don't forget to erase the guidelines for the teeth we use. Any other little guidelines just to freshen up. Come in with the 0.5 mechanical. And all you want to do to really flesh it out and give it that flesh look, because right now it doesn't have that fleshy feel, like, ooh, I got flesh on me, and you rip it. You want to just add little lines, see where there's areas of tension, like that. And, oh crap. In any little area where there's a tension line, like that, just add it in, and honestly, you know, you're good to go. Just, you don't want to put too many lines, but you know, it's your own little monster design, so have fun with where you put, but see where it curves. Just think of where it's stretching the skin, like with fabric or cloth, and just kind of add a couple of little nice lines there, especially up here. Now you want to add, and oh my gosh, it'll turn out really good. And just add your own values and things, and that's about it, everyone. I'm very happy. I just really am really happy with, I never really drawn a monster in a long time. Let's see all these little flesh marks, flesh on the ear, just real nasty skin. That's about it, and check out his video, and thanks for watching, everyone. Thank you.